Hello students, good morning. I am your teacher Dolcy and today we are going to discuss page number 14 of your book and the second topic from your syllabus, that is sexual reproduction. Before we move further, we must be familiar with this, that what the sexual reproduction is. So sexual reproduction is the mode of reproduction in which new organism is produced by sexual intercourse or interaction between the sex cell produced by two parents. Okay, so sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which there is formation and fusion of sex cell, and the sex cells are said to be gametes, and the gametes are ova in female and the sperms in male, and they are ova in plants in female and they are known as pollen grain in male plants. So it must be known to us that sexual reproduction occur in any kind of complex organism to maintain their species, and the organism produced by fusion of the gametes is said to be the zygote first. Then it undergo various kind of division known as cleavage to produce the embryo, ultimately to the fetus, and after the parturition, means delivery of the baby, it is known as the offspring. So depending upon the organism, it is observed in flowers in plant, means the sexually reproducing unit of plants is flower. As I told you that sexual reproduction in plant is observed only in case of flowering plants, and those flowering plants are known as angiosperms. Flower itself as a unit is not a reproductive unit. It comprises of further many parts. Flower has two kind of parts. First are said to be essential, other are said to be accessory. Essential are those floral parts which are necessary for the process of fertilization, and the accessory are those floral organs which are not necessary for fertilization. So the carpel, that is the female part, and the stamen, that is the male part, are known as essential floral organs, and the colorful one, the petals, green one, the sepals, and the receptacle thalamus, all these are accessory floral parts. In each and every kind of organism, it is necessarily a specific period during which an organism gain maturity, that the sexual maturity to reproduce. The period before the attainment of the sexual maturity is said to be the juvenility, and the period of attainment of the sexual maturity is said to be the puberty. So before sexual maturity, plants undergo vegetative growth and animals and human beings go juvenile growth. After attainment of puberty, they undergo adult age growth. Ultimately, their sexual maturity dies, and that changes terminate in the form of senescence and ultimately death. So with the explained terms, we become familiar with the type of sexual reproduction. Now we should characterize sexual reproduction by following points. First point is, it is biparental, means two parents are required, that one is male and other is female, so that two kind of gametes, sperms or ovas, pollen grain or ovas are produced, and by their fusion sexual reproduction occur. But sometimes we read about hermaphrodites or the bisexual organisms, in which male and female both kind of gonads are present in a single organism. Example Phaseola, example Taenia, example earthworm. But actually earthworm undergo cross pollination or cross fertilization, but even it is hermaphrodite. Means sometimes it is not necessary that even the reproduction is sexual, but two parents are not even involved in the process of sexual reproduction due to presence of both kind of gonads in one organism. Second characteristic feature is that in sexual reproduction, fusion of gamete occurs, and the gametes should be produced by meiosis so that the DNA content remain the same. By meiosis, DNA content reduced to half, and by fusion or fertilization, it retained diploid. It is also known as germinal reproduction because it is observed in germinal cells of the parent. The offspring produced by sexual reproduction are said to be the daughters, and they must not be copy of their parent. They must possess some kind of variations that can be beneficial or not, but variations appear due to presence of synapses or crossing over occur at the time of meiosis and the recombination that occur at the time of fertilization. And the observation of these kind of variation during sexual reproduction is the key point for the evolution of organisms. As you know, sexual reproduction is not too rapid as the vegetative one, so it is slow occurring, or it has a slow multiplication rate. The gamete produced should be haploid to maintain the DNA content, and it is found in higher animal and plants generally. As I told you, in angiosperm, the complex most division of kingdom Plantae, and in kingdom Animalia, like in human beings. But also it is found in some simple protistans like Monocystis, Plasmodium and Paramecium, etc. Some additional terms that are helpful to you in upcoming chapters are: the flower possess both kind of essential and accessory organ. Essential one are androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is anther and gynoecium is carpal. Means androecium represents male part and gynoecium represents a female part. And the flower which possess both these essential organs in one flower, if both these essential organs are present in one flower, the flower is said to be the bisexual or hermaphrodite. If the two flowers, or one of the two, means androecium or gynoecium is present in one flower and other is present in other, means they are not present in single flower. The flower is said to be the imperfect or unisexual. Okay. Sometimes the term homothaly is used to represent the bisexual condition, and heterothaly is used to describe the unisexual condition. In unisexual flowers, if carpal or female part is present absent, then the flower is said to be the staminate or male flower. Or if male part is absent or stamens are absent, the flower is said to be the female or the pistillate flower. If both the essential whorls, means both the androecium and gynoecium are absent, the flower is said to be the neuter. Okay. And the plants are of two kinds, monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious is simply bisexual. If both the male and female flowers are present on a single plant, the plant is said to be the monoecious. And if female and male flowers are present on separate plant, the plant is said to be the dioecious. Then these terms are not only applicable to plants, they are applicable to animals as well. Okay, so you must define the words hermaphrodite, bisexual, unisexual, monoecious, dioecious, staminate, pistillate, neuter, homothallic, heterothallic, perfecti, imperfecti, and many more. Thank you. That's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss types of sexual reproduction. Thank you.